welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren. If this is the first video you are watching, I am a first grade teacher, and this is my classroom setup series. So welcome to my channel. I'm happy to have you here. And again, before I go any further, I'm going to say, what the heck? Because just yesterday I was thanking you guys and was so surprised that we had made 1,000 subscribers in this little family that's growing here. And now there's 2,000 of you guys to help me out with my classroom and to follow along. And I am just absolutely floored with how helpful you guys have been. And we'll chat a little bit more about that today, because my ideas about my room and what I still need to add have really developed after talking with some of y'all about some of the elements that you think would be helpful in my classroom. So thank you so much if you've been chiming in. Stay tuned, because we have a lot to get done today once I get to the classroom and not as much time as usual to do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit the road. No coffee today. There's no time for that. We have just a big old cup of water and we are going to the classroom. So I'll see you guys when I get there. You can probably tell I've made it to my classroom now. It's about noon, and before I get started, I wanted to let you know what I'd be working on today, and then also chat with you guys about a few things. So on my list for today, I wanted to finish putting the paper up top. I didn't buy a new roll just yet because I do have that leftover. I want to see if it will cover what's up there, and if not, I could even do my little fan trick in the corner again to make sure that it's long enough. I'm going to put my handles on my rainbow cart today. That'll be quick, just needed a screwdriver to do it. I am going to start with the books, and then I wrote down wow work. I thought that maybe I could put student work on this bulletin board in the front, but it's not big enough for 21 of them, so I'm gonna have to rethink that idea. I tried it as soon as I got in here and it didn't work. But other than that, I wanted to catch up with you guys about the wall of doors. So originally, I was planning on putting a word wall where the computer table is in the back of the room on this board, the one with the fans. But I totally forgot about that once I got the computers, and they were a surprise, and I needed somewhere to put them, and that was the only plug, and I just was one-track mind getting the computers into my room, and I forgot that that's where my word wall was gonna go. And then I never stopped to think, well, where am I going to put the word wall now? So the word wall will absolutely have to go on this wall of doors as well somewhere. And other than that, I also, yes, want some place to display my student work. A lot of people mentioned like a wow work, student work display, and absolutely, like I said, I tried to put it there. It's not gonna fit, so probably on the doors as well. So now I'm thinking that this wall might end up being more of an anchor chart, reference area, word wall / student work display. It depends on how I can fit all of those things. And also bear in mind that some of those doors do have to open and close every single day as students get in and out of their backpacks. So anything that's on the opening and closing doors that are always going to be moving, I want to make sure that it's on there well enough that it will stay. So with that being said, I'm not quite sure if I'm going to have space for the math wall of my dreams. Either way, someone mentioned whether it be a reference wall, word wall, or a math wall, you still could put a carpet there and it still could be a center area for floor work. And I agree. I think no matter what, these doors will be used, and there will be a carpet there for centers, so that I have 5 center spaces and they have some areas to work. And then also it'll break up the monotony of sitting at a table or a desk, having the floor there and then the floor in the front of the room as well. So that is kind of where my thoughts are now. I'm not going to touch any of the boards just yet because I have another update for you. I learned, someone actually mentioned below in the comments, and then I had a talk with some other teachers here as well as my admin. I'm totally new to the Fundations phonics program, which we use here, and I had no idea that I needed to keep that alphabet strip that was up there, so need a new one of those. And also that there are mandatory materials to be displayed, things like anchor charts, letter cards, posters. There's a lot of stuff that I just had no idea because I'm new to that curriculum. So I'm not going to dedicate all of the wall space until I'm fully aware of how much of that will need to be dedicated to Fundations materials that are a required part of that curriculum. So with that being said, I think the swivel math wall of magic, I think that idea might be dead. I don't know, we'll see. I'm sure that this area could be used for many things. There are quite a lot of doors over there, but that's kind of where my mind is now. But for today, all I can work on are the things that I know need to be done, and I don't want to put the cart before the horse and do things that will have to be undone later. So things I know I can do: handles on the rainbow cart, paper up top, start sorting through those books. And then tomorrow, I actually have like a meeting from 1 to 3. So I'll only be in my room for like an hour and a half tomorrow, and I'll probably just finish doing the books then. So I think days 6 and 7 will be rolled into 1. So you guys will be seeing this on Wednesday. So happy Wednesday. Let's get going. The top board is papered, and I really hope you guys could see in that time lapse me learning a little something about every action having an equal and opposite reaction. Really stood in a swivel chair and tried to push the staple gun. Like I wasn't just gonna turn around in a circle standing on the swivel chair. So that was a learning experience, but it is papered. I know it looks really rough right now because the edges are crazy, but they're gonna be double bordered so you won't be able to see it. And I'm not worried about something that we will not be able to see. So I'm gonna see if I have enough of the rainbow border at least. I might have enough of the solid rainbow, and then the pom-poms will get here when they get here. I did get a question about if I'm going to do like any different borders. I could. My answer is no. I just like the uniformity of it. I like that it's not distracting, it's colorful, but it's all the same. So it's not pulling your eyes in any which way. It's just a bright, fun outline to what will be our Fundations alphabet line. Oops on that one again, but let's see if I have enough border. Well, fail. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of this. There's no way that that is going to be enough to cover. And I'm silly anyways, because the way I'm doing my borders with the solid colors on the inside all the way around, I can't staple them together because then they would overlap there at the bottom, if that makes sense. So I have to do them together, and if I don't have enough of one, then I can't get started. So I won't be able to border just yet. We have to wait on that Lakeshore border order to get in. For right now, I'm gonna keep on working and put my handles on the rainbow cart. The rainbow cart is finished. It has handles, and I already know what I'll be using each drawer for. I just need to make the labels at home with my Cricut or print them. And I will not be using this chair. Only 2 desk chairs came with this room. One of them is over at the guinea table, and then I used the other one at this space, which will be for support staff that come into our room. But I have another desk chair at home that I've been using for a VIP kit that I will no longer need once I stop in 8 more days, and then that will go here. It is the biggest, comfiest chair, so it will be at my desk for planning parties after school. But that's another project done. It turns out we are having a very efficient day. It's only 12:45, and I've already finished papering the top board and doing the rainbow cart, and the only other things that I had on my list today were to plan the boards and attempt to make WOW work happen, a student workspace, to display, and then start on the books. And I'm thinking I brought in my papers for my student work display. They were 12 by 12. I just trimmed a little bit off the edges because I hate how they're always like so much more wide than they are long with the paper on it, if that makes sense. There's always so much extra color on the sides. So I trimmed them a little bit, but that means they're still bigger than a regular sheet of paper, so I cannot put them through my laminator at home. I would have to do that in a like bigger lamination machine, which we have here at school. I just don't know if it's on. So I'm going to wait a little bit on the WOW work until I have all of the doors planned, but I am doing that now in my notebook. So let me show you guys what I'm thinking for the doors. So far I have drawn all 6 of them. This is what they look like across the room. So they are all the same size, but they are not 3 pairs like I thought originally. This door opens out, this door opens out, those are individual closets, and then 2 and 2, those are pairs, and this is the pair where the hooks are that students will have to get into. So I made note of that on my little diagram, and this is what I'm thinking so far. The student work could go vertically on the 2 to the left, and I tested it out with papers. I can fit 4 across, 6 up and down, which would give me a grid of 24. Obviously I wouldn't need 24, even just 22, and I could use one for the rubric of the assignment would be great. And a wow work title, I could nix 2 of them and make it 22 instead of 24, and then use that space for the title here or here in the middle, wherever. And then I'm thinking I'm going to use 3 of them for the word wall on top, and then maybe like some Fundations materials across the bottom. I just would like things to be more wide rather than up and down, and I'm not sure how many Fundations things I will need to display, but I know for certain there are letter cards that might take up a lot of space. So I'm just going to leave those 3 alone for the word wall / Fundations. We'll see what that looks like and be able to lay it out once I have a better understanding. But my curriculum is at home. I took it over to read it over. Unfortunately, I have not done that yet, but I'm not sure everything that will be included in this little display. And then the last door, I just wrote anchor charts. I can fit 1, 2, and I thought that I would section those little areas off. I'll probably do a white background of just paper on all 4 of those doors. And I'll do 2 anchor charts all the way on the far right. I'll have a math one and an English language arts or a reading anchor chart, one on the top, one on the bottom, and then that will take care of the doors, but I'm not doing them just yet. I need to laminate my papers like I mentioned, so I won't be able to put anything up, but I feel good having a better idea of what will happen over there. And then for now, I think it is time to face the music of those books and start going through them. So that is what we are going to do. I am down here on the carpet ready to start sorting books, but I am going to let you know there is a method to my madness. I kind of misspoke in my previous video that I was going to sort books by genre is what I said. I much more meant by topic. So I have purchased the library bin labels from Maria Gavin, the white version on TPT. She has like a white series and a black series, and I picked the white ones. And there are just like a bunch of different topics. I'm obviously not going to use all of these. That would be insane. That would be like a full library. I just printed and laminated all of them, so then once I knew which books would go in which sections, I could figure out which ones I had the most of. And some of them are seasonal. Clearly that one says Valentine's. That wouldn't be out all year round. And a lot of the seasonal books I'm actually going to display on my like upright display shelf. You can't see it. But anyways, so I'm going to start kind of piling books by topic. And if I have any repeats or any that I already own, I'll pull them to the side. And then I'm going to start making piles by the label. That way, once I build my bookshelves, and I have my bins here already, but once I can actually form the library with the bookshelves, it'll be quick and easy. So I'm gonna start doing that with all of these books. Alrighty, it is 2:30 and I am wrapped up with the books for today. That is a big project. So it was cute when I thought I could do it today and tomorrow before that meeting. No way. But it doesn't look like much. I definitely made progress going through them, and I'm going to show you guys something amazing. Again. These are the books that were left that I haven't sorted through yet. Those are empty bins that they're totally emptied out. I'm going to throw them away. And in here I have some categories that I knew I was going to want in my library. So I have a bunch of Clifford books at home. We're going to have Clifford, Arthur. These are Arctic animals, oceans, frogs, things like that, just easy categories. And I have plenty more sections. I think what I might end up doing is not having them all out at one time, and then maybe every quarter I'll switch maybe 5 or 6 of the topics out. That way there's something fresh and exciting always in our library. And then these are what I was really excited to show you guys. I have these kind of sorted by science unit. So I have a lot of plant books about like plant life cycles, some about maps, which will be very useful for a social studies unit. I have some about the beginning of the year, not about the beginning of the year, but some beginning of the year read alouds I just put in a stack. Community helpers, another great social studies unit. So over here I have some that are sorted like that, and I also have some that are just a stack of seasonal books, books about pumpkins, turkeys, apples, things like that. Let me tell you why I'm pumped for these. Behind me right here is this little display bookcase, which normally is super pricey. I found this on OfferUp for $20, which is still like the best classroom find ever. And I'm planning on switching it out with units or with seasons, and I could do some seasonal displays for different holidays. And I'm also planning on doing some to match our social studies and science units as we're learning, given that I have so many nonfiction books to match the units. So I'm really excited, and I'm gonna put those in there. I want to show you the library stamp from yesterday. I think it was yesterday's vlog. This is from simplystamps.com, and if you go to the From the Desk of Teacher Stamps, you'll find it, and you can enter your own name. Obviously, it's self-inking, and you can replace the ink pads. So it's super nice. You should definitely snag one. Other than that, I think I am finished in the classroom for today. I know it's only 2:30, but I don't want to just fiddle around. I want to make sure I'm purposefully in my room, and I think I might call up, but then I want to update you guys about why I've been coming in and chipping away at things every single day. So let me call up and get my stuff together, and then I'll check back in with you guys. Okay guys, now I said it again. I'm gonna get better, I swear. But I just called up to let them know that I would be leaving, so this will be short and sweet. But I have mentioned this in another vlog, but I just kind of wanted to explain myself. We do not start school until the end of August, like the last week of August, but I start professional development on the 5th because I'm a new teacher. And from the 5th until the day school starts, so the 27th, I think I'll have maybe 3 days that I'm free, that the school is open, that I could come work on my classroom. So really I have until the 5th for my room to be ready completely. Even though I have some days, I know that I would so much more enjoy and get more out of the PD days if I'm able to be fully present and not have my mind worried about things in my classroom. So I am trying to prepare the physical space as much as possible so that that is completely done. That way everything else can happen up here and in planning to make the year a success. So that is why we have been in here every day, and you guys have been with me, and I think I'm just gonna keep right on up with that. As long as I have physical projects to do to prepare the room itself, I will be here, because it's one less thing for me to be thinking about or panicking about when it's down to the wire and I'm trying to balance PD and room prep. So for right now, we're focusing on the room. That's all for today, guys. Thank you for tuning in for day 6. This will be rolled in with day 7, so I'll see you in a minute tomorrow. Bye, guys. Good morning. I know I just said goodbye, but hello again. It is day 7 of class setup, and right now it is almost 11 o'clock. By the time I go get coffee at Starbucks, it will be 11 o'clock, and I should be to school around 11:30 for today. Like I mentioned earlier, I have a meeting today for a pilot program at our school, so I'm looking a little bit nicer than normal. That also means that I will only have probably like an hour and 45 minutes maybe in my classroom today. So anything that happens today will just be piled on with yesterday. So I'm gonna get on the road now. I will see you guys at school. Until then, it's coffee time. Bye, friends. We have made it, and I have great news. First of all, I don't know if I am just more comfortable with a camera, or if it was the nap I had yesterday or the coffee that I've drank on the way here, but I am really in a mood today. I am really excited to be here. I am feeling rejuvenated. I'm feeling so excited, and every time I walk into this room, it just makes me so happy. More and more, it becomes like the space that I imagined. It's a cheerful place. It's literally just the answer to my prayers for so long, and I'm not over it. So there's that little spiel. Aside from that, my other good news is that they waxed the hallway. So that means that I had to walk all the way from the office around the outside into my back door that they left a little crack in because they knew I would be here because they know me so well. They cracked the back door for me before they waxed it so that I could get in and out. But that means no one can walk in my door when I'm vlogging because they can't walk in the hallway. So I am vlogging fearlessly today. So watch out, you guys, I'm coming. But anyways, I am going to get started. On the way here, I remembered that on day 1 of my setup, I took all of those Sterilite bins out of that big Walmart box to use as a trash can, and then like forgot that the Sterilite bins existed. So right now they are over there in that little alcove is like a little window shelf thing to the hallway. And there are 12 of them sitting in there. And I know there are not 12 months in the school year, but one of them is for back to school read alouds. And then, well, technically there are 11 months because we start in August and go till June. So I guess I could use the other 11, but I'll probably only use 10 like monthly. I'm not sure what the other one will be. But anyways, so all the book piles that I was making yesterday, I said I had a back to school pile, I had some seasonal reads. I'm going to start putting those books that like, I'm not sure yet if they'll be read alouds or if they will be displays. Either way, books that are for different times of the year and they're either going to be read aloud or displayed only in that time of the year. I'm going to put them in their own little Sterilite bin so that everything is organized, and instead of them being piles on tables, they will be in cute little labeled Sterilite bins. I'm going to show you guys actually the labels I'll use. You can walk with me since I am just in a mood and fearless today and no one's gonna come in. So these are the labels that I am using. They are cutie little rainbow ones. I printed a bajillion because I have them for all of my supply bins as well. I'm not quite sure what TPT store they're from, but I will look it up and I'll link them below. But for now, I'm gonna be putting those labels on. Let's walk over here. This is great. I wish they waxed floors every day. Putting them on these bins and putting my read alouds that are seasonal into these. So I'm gonna start with that, and then until my meeting at 1, I'm gonna keep going through the big stack of books in front of the room. So let's do that, you guys. I am so sad. This bin, straight out of the box, brand new that I just did, had some sort of like schmag on it. Can you see that little dot of schmag? Now that little dot of schmag is wiped into my brand new white pants. I thought to myself, Lauren, you can wear white pants. No students will be there. How could they possibly get messed up? Disclaimer, do not ever wear white pants to a classroom, ever. Just don't. If you think you can, you're wrong. Don't do it. You guys, there's a spider. There's a spider. It's alive. He's on the move. It looks like the kind that could jump and murder me. Okay. Okay, I can do this. Keep calling in my classroom. That means I gotta kill the bugs, huh? Okay. We got it. Oh, I don't got it. Not in this classroom. Sayonara, spider. Killed him. Also, I don't know why I sing like a Disney princess when I talk about spiders, but does anyone else do that randomly? Just me? Okay. Still working on bins. Fun comment of the day. Comment below and tell me which bin this book should go in. October or November? It's a turkey, but he's a little confused because he's trick-or-treating and not hanging out with the other Thanksgiving creatures like he's supposed to. So do I read it in October or do I read it in November? Please let me know below. Here they are. These 3 will be put away. I just want to wait until I've sorted all of the books so that if I find any that are for any holidays or are seasonal for May, June, or the end of the year, I can put them in here before I tuck them away. So these 9 will be out behind my desk when the school year starts. That way when we get to a month, I can pull it out. I will go through the back to school ones to make sure that I have some sort of activity, writing response, something, and a use for all of them. And if there are some that I can't find something for, I will just read them aloud at the end of the day, perhaps if we finish dismissal early on a day, or if I need a time filler. It's always great to have a bunch of read alouds. I was wrong when I said that no one could come into my classroom, so joke's on me, because they did come in. Actually, the custodial staff came in to drop off this big white box that says Making Meaning Classroom Materials. So I have no clue what it is. I'm sure it's a part of some curriculum and I know that it will be put to use, but I wasn't told it was coming and I have no clue what's in the box. So let's have a fun little unboxing. Okay, I cut the box open, but I've not opened it, so I'm gonna open it now and we'll see what it is. It's gonna be really funny if this is just like folders or something, but that would still be exciting. So no matter what, it's gonna be a win. Let's see what it is. Making Meaning, student response book. Huh, okay. There are only 5 of these, and there are only 10 of these. Okay, did we get a new reading curriculum that I don't know about? Because your girl has been reading the one I have at home. Ooh, what is this? A pocket chart. This definitely looks like a new reading curriculum. Okay guys, it's curriculum. Yay! I guess I'm gonna put it back in the box for now. Blonde moment. Remember when I said there was only 2 of these and 3 of these? They are all the same thing. So there are 5 sets of 5. So I have a class set of the student response books. So I'm just a doofus, and one of them was this way and one of them was this way, and I thought that they were different things. They're all the same. So I have enough for all of my students, and this is looking like a pretty neat curriculum. It came with a bunch of books and some vocabulary cards that match, that was loud, some vocabulary cards that match the stories, so that is exciting, and I guess I have another curriculum to read and start planning for. So there's a little loop for me, but that's okay. Now it is 12:30, and like I've been saying to you guys again and again and again, probably annoying you, my meeting starts at 1. So I am going to read through the attachment before we go to the meeting, and that's probably it for the day, but I'll check back in with you once it is over. In case for some reason the school decides to stay open until 8 o'clock, that would be cool, but I'll let you know. Bye guys. So the school did not, in fact, randomly decide to stay open until 8 p.m. and my phone died, so I am home now and just wanted to kind of wrap up this vlog. Thank you guys for following along. Someone just commented and let me know that I had 3,000 subscribers. So this is really just like blowing my mind, gotten way bigger than I ever thought it would, and I just want to say thank you, because believe me, every morning my favorite part of my day is reading through your comments and responding to you all and fielding ideas from you and really adapting my plans to kind of meet what you guys have suggested and incorporate them when I can. And thank you so much for following. Please keep up with the comments. I, like I said, have been really getting a lot from them. And subscribe if you haven't already so you are notified. This is already days 6 and 7 together, and I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but I only have half days and I'm gonna keep on going because, like I said, I would like my room to be completely finished by August 5th. I'm thinking that I will continue to do double days like this one, just because there will be smaller projects now. That's just the nature of setup. Now I'm getting down to the nitty-gritty kind of things, but I do have one final big project that has to do with the dreaded doors. So if you guys are interested or care at all about the doors, subscribe, and thank you so much again for sticking around. I'll see you next time. Bye.